All right, I did it.
Oh, let's go, baby. Oh, I've never hosted before. I'm so nervous. All right, y'all ready?
Yep, let's get it.
Okay. I got it.
He's choking.
And that's what this podcast is all about, baby.
Let's go. And welcome to the very first episode, the inaugural, the pilot episode of the final 2 minutes. I'm glad you guys jumped in. I thought I was going to be a lone fan then. So this podcast is going to be a whole lot of nonsense. It's going to be just the three of us piles, maybe some substitutions here and there, just talking sports and even more nonsense. My name is Clap, as you can see on the screen. I am joined by Chugs. That's him. And JB.
What up, fam?
You can obviously tell that they are Steeler fans and Cowboys fans.
Let's go.
How about them Cowboys?
About them Cowboys. I'm also a Cowboys fan, if you guys don't know.
But we try not to have biased opinions.
Oh, no bias around here. Come on, son. As you can see, I dressed up for my hosting duties. I hope you guys can appreciate freaking arms about busting out the sleeves right now.
Respect it. I see the gains.
See?
Cannons.
All right, so
whey protein.
I just got this new was it chocolate hazelnut protein powder? Bomb. But no free shout outs. All right, so let's get started. This past week was the first week of NFL action. It felt like Christmas. I woke up that morning smiling from ear to ear.
It gave me such an awesome mood. Like you know how certain things happen, it just puts you in a great mood. That was one of them. Like I went to sleep, I'm like, oh, football's tomorrow. Like I'm anxious, I'm not gonna be able to sleep. I slept like a baby and I woke up like a king. Like nothing could step in my way. Like that's how good I felt.
100%.
I went to bed wasted and woke up wasted and started drinking again.
And that's what we do to celebrate
And
NFL
football
Sunday.
is back, baby.
Well, hey, that Hurricane game was wild. So I was at the game and I was just wasted.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
go.
Hey, how awesome was that game? It was such a close game.
It was a good game. I wish it was a blowout, but I respect the game that it was like a good game. So it was like a boring game.
For sure. It made it interesting until the end.
They always put up a fight. It doesn't matter who it is. And Clap, I know you're a Michigan fan, and I know you can't forget that play.
But you guys grow up and stop living in the past. Okay, it happened almost a lot of years ago.
It was over 10, right? It's been over 10.
Yeah, I wanted to say 20, but I think it might have been like close to 15, I think. But I'm not 100% sure. It was definitely over 10 for sure.
I was able to remember it, and we're all right around the same age. I mean, it feels like it was like 12 years ago. 12 years ago.
What, the Michigan game?
Yeah, block field goal.
2007, week 1, Appalachian State at the Blue House.
It's the big house.
Whatever.
Get that shit right. Okay. All right. I'm changing the subject. All right. Hey, here's the first cheers of the series.
Cheers. I already had mine
Cheers,
open.
boys. Yeah, I forgot to do this at the beginning. My bad.
It's all good.
Unpaid sponsorship.
Yeah, for real. You guys got Bud Light?
I got Bud Light.
I got Michelob.
I mean, Bud Light, if you're trying to sponsor us, we, reach out to us, email address.
If anybody's trying to sponsor us, we have no loyalty to anybody right now. But if you're paying us, we'll drink that shit every single day.
And we all agree you have to have a good company too.
Yeah, my dad said Michelob's for like the gay skinny guys. I'll drink to that. I'm the opposite.
So on brand. Oh, never mind. All right, so
All right,
this past week, what games or game did you guys really like? Like, what was your favorite game so far?
The boys versus them Bucks.
To start off the season, that was a hell of a game. Everybody thought Dallas was going to get blown out. Not me. I picked them to cover. That 7.5-point spread was insane.
I pay my dues and respect to Tom Brady because we all know if he gets the ball last, he's winning the game, no matter who he plays.
The GOAT. What they have up 24 left on that last drive, and Tom Brady just
like
did that evil stare down like this.
No, he did the setting, where he sits on the bench.
Yeah, he doesn't even stare. He says nothing. His face is it's not even flush.
No, you guys didn't see that video. There was a video right before he went on the field. I think it was when Dallas scored. They showed a video of him just staring down Dallas across the sideline. Nothing behind him. It was like, all right, this is what I get. This is what I live for. And just stared him down, got his helmet, and then I think there was a offensive pass interference on there, but even if they had called that, I think Tampa still would have won. They were driving. Like every single play they had was just working.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I dubbed as one of my games too. I figured that one was going to be mentioned, so I picked a couple others, but that game was awesome. I mean, you kicked off the NFL season right. They got it 100% right because they put these two teams together and they put on a show, and it got everyone kind of excited. So to see what's next. So Sunday, everyone was probably watching football after that one.
For sure. They said it was the highest rated, or like the most viewed opening game in the last 5 or 6 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, that's what's going to happen when you have Tom Brady and Dak Prescott.
And I believe it. So, and my choice might actually shock you guys a bit because I'm not going to pick the Bengals and the Vikings. Like that game went to overtime. It was a very good game, but the game that I saw a lot of grit and determination on and they didn't give up was the Detroit Lions and the 49ers game. The 49ers were freaking blowing them out. Like,
that
I think
game.
They were up 38-10 and they couldn't close it. They couldn't close it out. You know,
that game was not as close as that score indicated. They got that onside kick at the end. They didn't get that second one, but that first one they got, you know, it helped the game get a lot closer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it ended up being a one-score game towards the end, and they were driving. Like, they were damn near in red zone range, and they couldn't end up closing it out and, you know, scoring that last touchdown, and then let's see what they do on the 2-point conversion. But to me, that just showed a lot of grit. To me, that's great coaching. Like, you got to like, if you're a Detroit Lions fan, even though you lost that game, you got to like what Dan Campbell's doing. You got to like that group that he brought in, you know, no nonsense type of deal. Like their game plan kind of got thrown off. They got down so much, but you saw who they're going to use. They're going to use their 2 running backs. They're going to use their tight end and, you know, forget everyone else. They do have a decent offensive line too. So their defense is trash, but a bright spot would be their offensive line.
Jared Goff he dropped back. Yeah, he did throw. He threw over 50 times in that game. I don't know if Jared Goff did that once in LA.
He might have. Sean McVay likes to throw.
Yeah, but with Goff at quarterback, all they did was just dink and dunk, and then maybe 3 or 4 deep shots all game.
DeAndre Swift had a good game too.
You know his stat line off the top of your head?
I know he had over 100 yards, right?
Yeah,
I believe, and a touchdown.
I'll take your word for it.
And he got some receiving too. I don't know what his receiving stats were.
It was pretty good. Yeah, Goff, I think Goff had a Matt Stafford stat line. He went, what was it, like 41 for 57 or whatever. Threw for like 331. Had like 3 touchdowns and a pick. I mean, he didn't play terrible. It's just when you're down that much, you kind of have to throw it, especially, you know, last couple drives of the game and you're trying to catch up. I don't think they ran the ball at all. They were just throwing it every single play. So that's going to give them 30 passing attempts right there.
What was your favorite game, Clap?
So my favorite game was the Cowboys and Buccaneers. I think my roommate was regretting moving in with me. At that point, I was going nuts. She looked at me and she goes, "Is this going to be like a every week thing?"
Yes.
Only when the Cowboys play.
For at least 20 weeks.
At least until January, hopefully February.
Yeah, you want to know what threw me off was that first announcer. He's like, "Oh yeah, there's 18 weeks." I'm like, 18 weeks, you know?
Yeah, with that new 17 game.
Yeah.
I think.
Go ahead.
Oh, I think one of the more underrated games was Chargers and the Washington football team. That was a pretty good game. Justin Herbert was slanging it. Like every throw he had was just he was hitting receivers where they needed to be. Keenan Allen's catch radius is insane. He was diving everywhere. He didn't catch everything, but he was making a hell of an attempt. What else was it? Oh, who's the rookie that the Chargers drafted? Rashawn Slater. What a pick. With Washington's defensive line and all the pressure that they can put, Rashawn Slater didn't give up any pressures, no sacks, nothing. Mm-hmm. He played a perfect game at tackle.
Yeah. Oh, that's one of the emphases that they had in the offseason. And they also got Matt Filer from the Steelers. They had the center Lindsey from the Packers as well. I'm not sure if he joined last year or this year, but they got a pretty good offensive
this year.
line.
He was an All-Pro last year, I think.
Mm-hmm. Well, they have a decent offensive line, so you got to think that Justin Herbert's going to have a lot of time to throw back there, especially if Washington wasn't able to hit home. You know, they're going to go against a lot of lesser talent.
Washington was still in that game, though. It's not like they were out of it completely. They still had a chance if LA didn't do that. I think they had the ball the last 6 minutes of the fourth quarter or whatever, but it was a pretty good game. Even though Ryan Fitzpatrick went out sometime in the second quarter, Taylor Heineke came in. He was slinging it too. Did you guys see that catch by McLaurin?
Oh my God, that was the catch of the freaking day. Oh my God. How he came up with that is beyond me.
Scary Terry.
Exactly. It went through the defender's hands as McLaurin's falling, and he caught it and stayed in bounds. It was nuts. Antonio Gibson looked pretty good too.
Clap. What school did Terry McLaurin come from?
Those motherfuckers underneath us. You know, that's what Ohio State calls Michigan, the school in the north, or the school up north. Yeah.
Oh, they freaking own you guys too, so they can label you whatever they want.
Not this year. Ohio State lost to
yeah, that's true.
Whoever they lost to.
They're still gonna beat Michigan though.
Also Oregon.
Yeah.
42-35.
Oregon's ranked top 10 now, aren't they?
They're fourth.
They went up to 4.
Yeah.
Oh,
they were 12 last week, right?
Yeah.
Damn. I tell you who impressed me, and we're kind of backing away from the NFL action a little bit, but Iowa. Iowa's been playing really tough football.
They beat Iowa State. That was ranked 9th.
Yeah. And Iowa State was even favored in the game to win.
Yep. Back to NFL. Bro, you know what game surprised me? It was the fucking Packers getting blown out.
Bro. Holy shit.
Nah, just famous Jameis, like those crab legs, like he got a touchdown for each crab leg he stole.
Good call. Before we talk about the game, can we please talk about Jameis Winston's post-game interview? Did you see what he said?
Yeah, it's like us. We're prepared. Just like what my trainer told me. Damn, what did he tell me? All I know is that we're prepared.
He's like, oh yeah, we're prepared.
Oh my God, bro. I love Jameis Winston. Like, if he was on my team, I would do anything he says. Like, I guarantee you, like, he's just goofy all the time, but like he's serious when he needs to be. I think Jameis could do something in New Orleans because he wasn't bad in Tampa, but like he threw all those interceptions because that was the offense that was ran. Like, if you don't risk it, you don't get the biscuit. That's how Bruce Arians always has been.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the things that get overlooked is that Sean Payton is a really great offensive mind. And like he's just kind of forgotten because you have the McVays and everything in the league that are kind of taking over now. But he is a great offensive mind.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to put Jameis in the position to win every single game. So it just depends on if he could turn the ball over or not. This game he didn't. So he was spot on, taking care of the football, and they were able to blow him out.
Yeah. You think Aaron's throwing it? Throwing the game?
Oh, I did hear that. Somebody on Twitter was saying, Aaron Rodgers is throwing this season to give one last fuck you to Green Bay.
Aaron.
After they gave him the contract, reworked everything. I was telling Chugs, I was like, they lost a similar game. It was a similar score where the Packers just looked atrocious against Tampa Bay in the regular season last year.
Yeah, but that was Tampa Bay. Like their defense, I don't know. The Saints have always had a good defense, but they changed a lot because they had to adjust for the salary cap and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
They did have to do a lot of dumping.
I think the Saints.
Special.
I think the Saints are serious. Like they looked really good.
And you want to know how great of a coach Sean Payton is?
I do.
He literally did his research because he was able to pick the stadium that they would play at because Hurricane Ira or whatever its name was going to hit Louisiana. So he looked up and did stat checks on where Aaron Rodgers plays the worst. And like what times of the year and everything like that. So it's like, September in Florida, Aaron Rodgers sucks. So he chose Jacksonville.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's a pretty good call.
That's pretty smart. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
The JB fun fact of the day.
JB fun fact. Plenty more of those to come.
Do you guys want to talk about the Steelers and Bills real quick? That was a hell of a game.
Steelers won. All right, that's all we got to talk about.
All right, I'm good.
Let's go.
Now, that was a big win for Steeler fans because they're saying how easy their schedule was last year and stuff.
Yeah, it went from easiest strength of schedule to hardest.
I thought you guys still had an easy schedule, or was it you have an easy running, like your running back has the easiest schedule? I think that's what it is.
It might be running. We don't have an easy schedule. I mean, obviously, we open up against Buffalo. We have a pretty strong division.
Yeah, your division's strong.
And
Cincinnati looked good. They didn't look like Cincinnati.
Hey, I picked Cincinnati to win that game.
Did you?
Great
Bro,
pick.
Burrow and Chase
great call.
Fucking connection is crazy.
That 50-yard touchdown was sick.
It wasn't that sick. He literally ran a straight line. Like, if you saw it.
Yeah, and he just blew right past the corner.
Yeah.
It was sick.
It wasn't that special.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill does it all the time.
I don't see Juju doing that.
You saw that thing with Patrick where he's like,
fast.
just throw it up.
Yeah, he
Tyreek
said
somewhere down there.
Yeah, he was like, because I guess there's a meme saying, "Oh fuck it, Hill's down there somewhere." And then during his press conference, Mahomes is like, I just saw that for the first time, and it's kind of true, or however he sounds.
He's like, he's short and fast. He's like, that's all you need.
He said when he threw it, he just saw his hand go up. He was like, all right, whatever, and just threw it down there for him to catch it.
You gotta love Mahomes, man.
Yeah, but Amari
not
Cooper,
as much as Tony Romo.
Amari Cooper is number one wide receiver right now.
Let's go. And he better freaking carry my fantasy squad to victory because, dang, it's a close little nail biter going on.
Yeah, he had a hell of a game. Can you believe Cowboy fans in the offseason were saying trade Amari Cooper because he's had a couple injury issues here and there? And they're like, oh, we got CeeDee Lamb. We don't need Amari Cooper. I hate Cowboy fans. I think more than the rest of the country hates Cowboy fans. They annoy the shit out of me because they're all idiots. They're Cowboy fans that are on TV.
I think that's every fan base, though.
I gotta fix my headphones really quick.
That's true. Yeah, I follow a couple of Ravens fans on Twitter, and they stink. They have some of the worst takes I've ever heard.
Yeah, well, there's a couple on TikTok that are just obnoxious. Like, I literally scroll past their videos, and somehow they still end up on my For You page.
I knew TikTok wasn't for me when I got ratioed on my first post. I was like, all right, I'm out.
You gonna ratio me?
It didn't even work. The post got more likes, so he can fuck off.
Duck it. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, the Steelers offense looked butt in that first half. You guys couldn't do anything. And I was asking Derek, I was like, do you think it's the Bills
Offensive
defense
line,
or
right?
the Steelers offense? Yeah, you have a whole new offensive line that still needs to gel together. You have a new offensive coordinator, which I think it's his first year offensive coordinating, right?
So so his first year as offensive coordinator, but also, so not only do we have a makeshift offensive line beforehand, it got even worse. We had to play 2 rookies on the offensive line this game because the starters were hurt. So the center was a rookie.
Those aren't your regular starters?
Yeah, the center was a rookie, and then the left tackle was a rookie as well.
Oh, okay. I mean, they held up enough. Run defense was awful. That the Bills D line is crazy. They were stopping Harris everywhere. I think he had one decent run that went more than like 6-7 yards.
Yeah, he had one. I think he popped one for 18, and the rest was just, whatever he had. He had 15 carries. 30 some odd yards otherwise.
But man, as
Maybe
much as
30
I
yards.
hate this, as much as I hate the Steelers, I love watching TJ Watt play football.
Dude, he got that big contract, and his motor didn't stop.
Did you see when he had that strip sack fumble or whatever? As soon as he did it, he did the kick and then he went like this.
Oh yeah. TJ Watt's a beast.
Worth every penny.
Can you believe Dallas picked Taco Charlton, the pick right before TJ Watt?
Dude, they had the Steelers getting him in mock drafts, TJ Watt.
Yeah.
And I was like, this guy's going to be a stud. Like, his last name's Watt. I knew nothing of him. I saw none of his tape in Wisconsin. I'm like, this guy's last name's Watt. Like, he's going to be great. You should fucking draft him. So I think the first shot he could have been drafted, I think, was the Patriots. And then the next one, I think the Cowboys were looking at him, right?
Yeah, he was like the number 3 option, I think, or like he was like the third person on the board. But Taco Charlton, he didn't even make it 3 years with Dallas either. We traded him before his rookie contract was up.
I don't even eat tacos anymore because of him.
He did have a pretty sweet sack dance though. When he would get a sack, he would all mates would go up and he would go like this. Like he was giving them tacos. But yeah, the game was pretty good. And then once that special teams block punt for a touchdown happened, I was like, all right, Steelers got this in the bag. They just need to be able to run out the clock.
Yeah, that's one thing. If you have a really great defense, like, you're going to be in a lot of games. Like, it doesn't matter how abysmal your offense is. Like,
as long as they hold up. Like the Steelers' problem last year was their defense was phenomenal, but they couldn't hold up. End of the year, people started getting hurt, people started falling off, and then your team kind of crumbled. But your offensive coordinator didn't help. He was butt.
Yeah, our 4th and 5th string middle linebackers, and then we lost Bud Dupree for the whole year.
Bud Dupree.
I wonder how he's doing in Tennessee after that atrocious loss.
Okay, so speaking of that, because I was going to say TJ Watt is my favorite for defensive MVP. I think he should have won it last year. But this year, Chandler fucking Jones.
I mean,
dude,
let's put this into perspective. What is 17 times 5?
85.
Can anyone do the math real quick?
85. He's on pace for 85 sacks.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
It's insane. And it's not like he was doing it against some scrub. 4 out of those 5 sacks was going up against Taylor Lewan, who's one of the best left tackles in the game.
That's crazy.
What a game. I was looking it up. I was looking up his stats earlier. So there's been 2 years. All right. Well, technically 3 years. 3 years that Chandler Jones didn't have double-digit sacks. Last year he did it, but he only played, I think, in 1 game or 2 games, something like that. And then it was his rookie year. He had 6 in 2012. And then in 2014, he had 6, but he only played 10 games. What a fucking stat line. Like, he might... I couldn't believe it. The most rated pass rusher in the NFL. I mean, not no more, because that was fucking crazy.
Were they thinking about getting rid of him too, or he wanted to leave or something?
He wanted out.
He wanted out.
So he wants more money. because JJ Watt came in and signed, and he was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Like, you're gonna give him more money than me, and all I do is produce."
Yeah.
So he
That's
was
true.
like, trade me if you're not gonna give me the money that I want. And then after his fifth sack, he went like this. Saying, "Pay me."
What did he do after? What did he do after the fifth one? Did he like make them take out their checkbooks or something?
No, so that was the fifth one where he did the make it rain thing 5 times.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I think after 5, he kind of deserves a raise.
And 2 of them were strip sacks.
Yeah.
And they caused the fumble. Did you
Baller.
guys see? Did you see the D Hop catch in the back of the end zone?
Oh yeah, that shit's nice.
The Robert Woods
man.
one was pretty good too.
Nuke is a beast.
The
I think he
Robert
has the
Woods
best
one was-
hands.
For sure. You know what he does to his gloves? He
Mm.
cuts slits in between all the fingertips so he can spread his fingers out wider.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty smart.
Right?
Dude, he has massive hands. Doesn't he wear like a size 4X glove?
I don't know the exact size, but they are huge.
He's got some freaking mitts.
I mean, it's hard to drop a ball when you have just a fishnet at the end of each hand, at the end of each arm.
Hey,
Oh,
Kyler
for
Murray
sure.
looked pretty good too.
He didn't look bad. Did you see that one play where like he went around, spun around
Yeah.
one way, and then he was about to run and then step back and then threw it?
Yeah.
He's a Madden character.
Madden character, and he has DeAndre Hopkins to throw it up to him. DeAndre Hopkins literally mossed like 7 guys by himself for a game-winning touchdown. Literally Madden.
Stud.
Literally Madden. Yeah. It's
No,
crazy.
not even Madden does that. I've never gotten a Hail Mary conversion.
That's
on
true.
Madden.
The ball goes like it'll hit your guy that goes straight up in the air for an interception.
I think I've gotten like 3 or 4 Hail
Fuck
Mary
Madden.
conversions for a touchdown.
Madden's the
Dude,
worst
look
game.
at me.
I heard
I'm
Madden 22 is
glad.
not bad though.
I don't know. I'm not buying it. I'm sick of Madden. I'm sick of spending $6 for a roster update.
Yeah, I'm ready to play some college football when that shit comes out.
Oh, I'm 100% getting that.
Hell yeah.
Jeez, are we boring you that much, guy?
You guys stink. Say something interesting.
All right.
Come on, Mr. Host.
All right,
Yeah.
let's talk about fantasy. How'd you guys do in fantasy this past week?
Oh shit! I didn't even check my other 2 money leagues.
All right, well, while Chugs is getting that pulled up, I got my teams here. So currently, my life in this one league is in the hands of Mark Andrews and the Ravens defense, and they are sucking asshole so far. So we have the second and third highest point total. So whoever loses this game is gonna fucking kick themselves even harder. So I'm down 6 points, and I have Mark Andrews in the Ravens defense. So I need them to score 6, but also the Ravens could lose points if Oakland still puts points on the board, gets some yards here and there. And I kind of had like a little mixed bag of nuts on my performances. Josh Allen posted a dud. DeAndre Swift did really good. Saquon Barkley, he shit the bed, but, I also didn't have high expectations for him in that game. Calvin Ridley, who I love this season, he shit the bed, got 10 points. Amari Cooper, who just went off.
What do you have, like
Andrews,
38
obviously.
points or?
In our league, he had 39. And the thing with our league, you get bonus points whenever you go over 100, and then you score a long touchdown too, I think over 50 yards. So you get some bonuses there. And then I have Cooper Kupp, the Ravens D that I mentioned, and then Matt Prater. So it looks like Mark Andrews just caught a ball. So I'm down 2 points in that league.
Let's
And
go.
and then the other league that I have here, let's see if I can get it pulled up.
Is that the
here.
one that I'm playing you in?
Yeah, so it's the one that you're playing me in. And we were literally like tied. It was like 98.6.
You had
To
me by 4/10 of a
98.2.
point. Yeah, you had me
Yeah.
by 4 point this morning.
Yeah, and I have Waller going, and he has Andrews going. So I think I'm up in that one. So let me just confirm that.
Yeah, that's what's going on in our matchup.
Yeah, so I'm winning by 3 points now.
Junk.
Three-ish points, and we got a whole nother half of football to play. Obviously, Waller, and then going against Mark Andrews there. So I'm not doing too bad in my leagues there. Obviously, you got daily. I got a couple daily fantasy calls that were on the TikTok that did pretty good. Corey Davis is super duper cheap. I called Russell Gage. He really didn't do much. And then I called Devontae Smith, who just went off his first game.
Yo, speaking of the Eagles, Jalen Hurts has a pretty nice, like that touchdown to Devontae Smith. It was a pretty nice, like Russell Wilson type ball.
Yeah.
Like it went up and just dropped right in the basket. And I got scared because I was like, oh, if he can do this for the next 15 years, fucked.
My bad,
But
y'all.
I digress. Go ahead, Chugs. How'd you do in fantasy?
My fantasy team in our main money league, the one with all of us,
Mhm.
I'm up right now on Geo 136 to like 90 something. He has Lamar Jackson playing, but Zeke didn't give me shit. I don't know if it wasn't really Zeke's fault though, because I think he only ran the ball 10 times.
Yeah, it was the game plan. Zeke was more of a blocking back. He was
Yeah.
just leveling blitzers.
But Zeke got me like 5. Stafford got me 37. Stafford went off.
Ooh,
Uh,
nice. How many yards did
He
he
had
have?
he had a couple long touchdowns. That's what got you
I
some
don't even
points.
know how many yards. I think he had like over 300 or 400 maybe.
All right,
And then
I have his exact stat line if you want it.
yeah, go ahead.
lay it on us.
He was 20 of 26 for 321, 3 touchdowns, no turnovers.
Baller.
That's efficient.
Damn. Nick Chubb got me 2 tutties, 80 something yards, and a fumble. He had like 21 points or something like that, 23 or
He's
something.
good for a fumble,
21.
though. He's good for a fumble.
Fucking Dalvin Cook.
Justin Jefferson got what he was predicted. He got like 5 receptions, 70 yards. He's supposed to get a touchdown, but he didn't get a touchdown. But we got 5 for 70, which isn't bad. Who else did I have?
That's what 14. It's 12 points, something like that.
Like 12 points,
That's
I think.
not. Yeah, I mean that's not that. That's probably on the lower end of what he'd get
Oh,
you.
Godwin went off Thursday
Yeah.
night. Godwin got me 24. My kicker, Blankenship, he only got me 5 points.
MVP.
That's all right. MVP right there. I had Buffalo's defense. They were doing well versus Steelers, and then their defense kind of just flopped at the end. Who else do I have? Oh, Noah Font got me he always gets me 12 points. I love him.
And Jerry Jeudy went out, too. We'll get into that in a bit.
Yeah, Jerry Jeudy got hurt. And then my bench went off.
Who didn't you start that you think you should have, or that you wish you would have?
Shit, Melvin Gordon got me 24 on the bench.
Oh.
He had over 100 yards rushing.
And he had that one touchdown. That one touchdown was like 40 something yards, I think, or 30 something.
He got a 70-yard touchdown.
It was 70?
Yeah.
So all his yards came from that one play, basically.
I was close.
Jarvis Landry got me 19. Didn't start him.
He scored, right?
Yeah, I believe he scored. And Odell didn't play, right? He's still out or whatever.
Yeah, I don't think he played. Was his injury last year an ACL?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I forgot who else I had, but yeah, my bench went off. The only thing is I don't really have a backup quarterback because I'm waiting for Trey Lance to start. So if my first string goes down right now, I don't have a backup quarterback. If Stafford ever got injured, I'd be screwed.
I think in
Get
one
one on
league
the
I
waiver
have-
wire.
Good call. See if Winston's there. I think in one league, Matt Ryan's my only quarterback.
No, you don't remember Seth drafted Winston the 8th round back to back with
Bro,
Jalen
he
Hurts?
drafted. So the story was Seth. He drafted Jameis Winston ahead of Jalen Hurts, and then he pulled a Patriots. He cut Jameis Winston and then started Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I got Jameis in the leagues, and he's on my bench. Got me 41.
I'm like, Seth, you didn't have to cut him. Why'd you cut him? You could have just started Hurts, and that would have been it.
Hey, Zach Wilson didn't do bad, but Sam Darnold kind of went off for Carolina.
Carolina's offense is going to be nasty. Fucking Christian McCaffrey might be the greatest running back to ever fucking play. He had, what was it, 98 rushing yards and 89 receiving yards, 9 for 9 on all of his targets. Are you fucking kidding me? He had 100, I think it was 187 or some shit like that. yards. What
Yep.
the fuck? That dude is insane.
Dude, he's an all-purpose dude that is just a machine.
Oh,
He
my
does
gosh.
everything that he's asked.
Like,
I mean,
he
see-
does too much. Like,
He didn't find the end zone, right? And he had like
Nope.
damn near 30 fantasy points.
yeah.
It's
I'm
crazy.
like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. So I so far in my I got 3 main money leagues. Lost one of them, got smoked. I had a couple bad coaching decisions that I can't think of off the top of my head, but I lost. My other one, the one that we're all in, I beat the commissioner. Felt pretty good because I was watching the games with him.
Dude, the commission did he have the lowest point score total this week?
I
Like
think
your
so.
win wasn't impressive. Your win was not impressive.
I mean, call it what you want. I think it was. I don't know. I was in the middle of the pack.
I
But yeah,
mean,
he
you would've
definitely scored
lost-
the lowest. He's
you
been
would've
pretty
lost to
rough.
me.
Whatever. He's been pretty rough the last couple years. He hasn't had the greatest squads. I think he's he's still living in his glory days when he was really good.
Dude, you want to know what I hate? Is that somehow whenever he makes it to the championship and he is going against someone, he always cuts a deal to split half of the prize money, and his team always loses. Like the past 2 times that he was in the championship, his team lost. And he cut a deal with Big D, and then he cut a deal with Will, I think.
And then in
Somewhere.
one of the other leagues we're in, him and I were in the championship, and we split the money, and I smoked his candy ass. I got the trophy sitting right here to my left.
He's the best at that. He just knows. He probably analyzed it. He's probably like, yeah, my team's not as good. You know, the matchups are a little bit iffy. Let me go ahead and split it.
Talking about
I
Derek.
I mean,
it
I don't
does-
know. I like splitting because it's like it's a $300 difference if you lose. Like, just in case, like, depending on whatever your pot is, like it's like, all right, you're guaranteed X amount regardless of who wins. So when you get to the championship, we split the total pot, and then winner gets the trophy. And I'm gonna I'm gonna start taking this with me every week wherever I watch football. I'm bringing this. So if you guys are watching it with us next weekend, I'm bringing that trophy. I'm gonna get him a little Dak Prescott jersey. I'm gonna put it right over top.
Boy. I'll take it right off.
And then I did a daily fantasy this past week. Oh, Henry Ruggs is already hurt. Are you kidding me? Anyways, I did a daily fantasy. I did 5 different lineups. I got money in 2 of them, and I was able to get my money back. So it was kind of a wash.
In daily, I like doing. I don't like the big pools. To me, the big pools, it's a little bit too much. I like doing the, like you put in $100 and it has like 20 teams, winner take all, or like the first 3 slots win, or whatever it is. I like doing those because to me, like those are the best way to kind of win your money back. And
so that's how I won my money back. Was I made one thing. I had 6 people. Top couple of people won money, and then I had one where it was winner take all. Like I think 5 people, and I won that one. And then I had 2. It was like the 2 free vouchers FanDuel gives you. I don't even know what I placed. I didn't even look at it. I just know I didn't win money.
I just know I didn't win anything.
It stresses me. I cannot wait till sports gambling's legal in Florida.
Oh, for sure.
I think we're going to be in Orlando for Halloween Horror Nights that weekend. So all the boys are going to be together. Most of the boys.
Placing bets.
Watching
Bets
kids.
and going broke. But all right, so let's talk about injuries real quick. There wasn't too many major ones, but there was quite a, there's some ones that are going to hurt a little bit. Ryan Fitzpatrick's out 6 to 8 weeks. Was it, I think, the first round pick of the Jets, Mekhi Becton, he's out. I think they said what?
He was a first round
weeks?
pick last year. Yeah, like 6 to 8 weeks.
Okay, yeah. Who else got hurt?
Jerry Judy.
Jerry Judy's out a month with a ankle sprain.
High ankle sprain, yeah.
Yeah.
Raheem Mostert.
Oh,
Mostert
yeah, he's out for
always
8
hurt.
weeks. Yeah. That's my thing. Like, he is so good, but I would never draft him on my fantasy team because he's always hurt. He's either going to be out. Say that again.
Change his last name to Most Hurt.
But
Mostert is the most hurt.
yeah, like he produces when he's in, but it's either he's out for weeks at a time, and then when he comes back, he's questionable for the rest of the season. Yeah, I think all right, that's about it for injuries.
Michael Gallup.
Oh yeah, fucking Michael Gallup has a calf strain. He's out for 3 to 5 weeks. And then
That's
I know that ain't
tough.
an injury, but Lael Collins is out for 5 games because he
Gus
wouldn't
Edwards.
take a drug test because they fucking drug test him 3 times a week.
Wait, you know who's the biggest pile right now is Jordan. Gus Edwards.
Biggest pile.
For making
We're
fun of
not-
his dad for drafting J.K. Dobbins and then Gus
Bro,
Edwards.
I told my dad not to draft J.K. Dobbins, and then I wanted to rub it in his face. And don't get me wrong. I mean, player injuries are nothing to joke about, but it's my dad. I'm gonna
You had a
make
couple seltzers.
a little sly statement. Couple seltzers in. I'm like, told you not to fucking draft J.K. Take Gus Edwards, and the rest is history. And then make fun of him a little bit. And Gus Edwards ends up tearing his ACL in the freaking practice,
the
the last practice before the game. Like, what?
The funniest thing is Derek's like, oh, I'm going to draft Justice Hill last pick because he's going to be the healthy one by week 1, and then he's also hurt.
Plot twist. Jordan had to
Justice
text
Hill.
his dad and say, Jay. I didn't mean to laugh at Edwards getting hurt. All right, I butchered that joke. Never mind. We're going to edit that out.
And we're going to keep it in.
All right, do you guys want to do NFL spreads for week 2 or college for week 3 first?
Well, I think Chugs should do college. I'll take on a couple NFL, or if you want to split them, Chugs does half college. I do half NFL, and then you do.
I mean, college, I'll
half
do
of each.
college. So you guys can do NFL.
I'm so
I
lost.
bet.
Like, are you picking all college or
No, I'll do like the probably 5 best games.
Yeah, and then we're all going to pick who we think's going to cover the spread, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have the over-unders with it or no?
Nah, they're not out yet, I think. Actually,
Okay.
yeah.
Here,
Some of them are. Some of them are. I got them.
Yeah, I
Here,
had
Chugs, you go first. I got to be right back.
Yeah, only some games have the over-unders right now. So I'll do.
All right. I should probably write these down then, right?
Yeah,
All right.
because that way we could talk about it. Oh, we were supposed to talk. Never mind. We'll just do it next week. We'll talk about them.
Yeah. All right. While we're waiting on JB, what are the games?
The first game is going to be Nebraska at Oklahoma. And Oklahoma is favored by 22. There's no over-under for that one.
Okay.
What you mean there ain't no over/under?
So we'll look it up afterwards or maybe later in the week. And then in the group chat, we'll make it so we'll have like the 10 things. All right. What's the next game?
Next one I'm going to do is Virginia Tech at West Virginia.
It's going to be a good game.
And West Virginia is favored by 3 over number 15, Virginia Tech.
Great game.
Crazy. All right. You said favored by 3.
Yeah, West Virginia.
Is there an over-under?
No, there's no over-unders for any of them, actually.
All right. What's the next game?
Next one's going to be
No, hold on. I'm sorry. We probably shouldn't. Let's talk about each game first. For picks. I'm sorry. Host is
you want-
ruining the show.
what am I doing?
Who do you? Let's go. Let's talk about each game as you give me the
okay.
things. So, what do you think for Nebraska, Oklahoma?
So Oklahoma's ranked 3rd.
Oklahoma's ranked 3.
Yeah, and I don't think they're that they haven't looked impressive. Versus
I agree.
they beat. Spencer Rattler's not like I don't know. I don't think he's that great right now. He might get better. I don't know. Nebraska's always a tough team for some reason, just because they're Cornhuskers. I don't know. I guess they have magic powers from corn, but they're always like a tough team to play. But I don't know. Oklahoma, it seems like that team that they're gonna go 12-0, but they're gonna squeak out all their wins for some reason and go 12-0 and make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're gonna squeak out every win somehow.
So are you going
Isn't
Nebraska?
the playoffs? The playoffs are expanded though this year, aren't they?
Are they? I think.
I don't know if they officially expanded it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's still 4 for now.
Yeah. No, I think Oklahoma's gonna cover. Oh no, it's 22 points still. Nah, I don't think Oklahoma's gonna blow out Nebraska. So I'm gonna say Oklahoma wins, but they're only gonna win by like 10. So I think it'll be a closer game than people think. I don't think it's
Final
gonna be a
score.
touchdown game.
Give us a final score right now.
All right.
That's
38,
what the people want.
28. Oklahoma.
But you said
Good
that they
guess.
were going to win by 11.
Did I?
No, you said
38, 27. No, I'm kidding.
that.
All right, Jay, what do you think? Nebraska at Oklahoma, -22.
I'm just going to go against Chugs here. Just because.
Ooh.
I'm going to say that Oklahoma covers.
3 touchdowns. All right.
It's more than 3
tugs.
touchdowns. That's a big spread. I'm going Nebraska. That's massive. I also agree. I don't think Oklahoma is everything they hyped up to be. I think you do have a point. We're saying they could go undefeated by like barely winning.
The only way, because we did this last week and we didn't officially record the episode. We were having some issues. And we had 10 picks. I went 3-7. What'd you go, Clap? 4-6?
I went 5-5.
I went 4-6.
5-5. And then Chugs went 4-6. So the only way that I can come back on you guys, I got to pick something a little different. I don't know if I fully
it's a
believe my
long
pick,
season,
but
baby.
I definitely want to be different.
It's
Just
a
don't be a
long
loser.
season, baby. All right.
I mean, I don't know anything about Nebraska. I know Oklahoma's supposed to be good, so I think they'll cover.
Nebraska's Big Ten. They're going to be good.
The next game that I think is a good game is Virginia Tech and West Virginia.
And that's what, -3 West Virginia?
Yeah, I mean, West Virginia's playing at home, and they have a great stadium, like fan base and everything.
Yeah.
They're loud.
It gets rowdy. That's probably what that -3 is. That's probably because they're home. They're probably evenly matched.
But Virginia Tech, they like to travel like to games, so they're gonna have just as much fans, especially it's in Virginia. So it's not like
they don't have that. Yeah, they don't have that far of a commute.
Like Virginia Tech might have like the number one fan.
Their fans love to travel. It's across the street.
Did you watch that Michigan game? What do you mean number one fan base? Get out of here.
But I'm gonna pick Virginia Tech. I think they're gonna win.
V-Tech, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think. I mean, Virginia Tech showed that they're pretty good. They beat North Carolina, who was ranked 10th at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, good
Virginia
call.
Tech's defense looks
That's
awesome.
probably why they're 15th right now, is because they had that win.
But so I think Virginia Tech's gonna pull out a win. I think it'll be a close game though. I don't know if it'll be a nail biter close game, but maybe like a touchdown or 10 points. So I'm gonna go Virginia Tech 27 to West Virginia. 27-20. Touchdown.
All right. Sounds like a good game. What do you think, Jay? Who do you think is gonna get that game?
I'm gonna take VTech too.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna take it, yeah.
Final
Final score prediction 27. What's the spread?
-3 West Virginia.
Yeah, it'd be 27-17.
I'm not doing a final score, but I'm also going VTech. I think I don't know. I'm not West Virginia. Like apparently the point bettors are, but I think VTech's gonna wash them. What's the next game?
The next there's not really a lot of big games this week, so this one's gonna be
Just anything interesting.
Michigan State versus Miami, only because my Canes have been playing like ass. So I think it's going to be a good game, and they need to win.
Doo-doo.
Is Miami home?
Miami is home.
What's the spread?
Miami by 6.5.
Oh.
But I really don't know anything about Michigan State, so I don't even know if they're like good or bad. I know their coaching's all right though. But
yeah, their coaching isn't bad. They did get they have a lot of roster turnover from last year. I think they got a lot of players in the transfer portal.
I don't know. Miami needs. I think Miami's gonna hopefully do well this week. Like they need to win by like double digits for them to like stay in the rankings. I think.
All right, so you're saying Miami will win by 7?
You know what? I'm gonna go with my Canes. I'm gonna say they're gonna win. I'll say they win by 7 by a touchdown.
All right.
I'm gonna go. Their offense needs to do something, so I think they're gonna put up some points. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a 31-24 game.
All right. What do you think, Jay? I mean, I know what you're gonna say.
I mean, you know who I'm going with.
Hey, didn't he
So-
start off the podcast by saying no bias? You fuckers have picked Miami every single week, and you've been
So-
wrong both weeks.
Hey,
So no bias. No bias.
no, he picked Alabama the first week.
Oh, we
Did I pick Bama?
Yeah, because
I
I was
don't think so. I think I was the only one that picked Alabama. That's
I thought
why
you said
Jordan.
I was-
I picked
why
Alabama
Jay
to Alabama was gonna win, but I was like, oh, Miami might play him a little tougher. So I think
Yeah.
the point spread was 18.
Yeah.
They covered by
And I
31.
didn't take him with the spread. I knew Alabama was gonna win. I'm not that dumb. Come on, no bias. So
On Miami as well.
I'm going with Miami. I think that they'll show
need
what
win.
they're really made to be.
They need to win too.
Yeah,
for
it's
sure.
a must win. First of all, it's a must win. And then second of all, they kind of got to show the nation like, hey, like we're here to play. Like we ain't just slap dicking around. Like we're here.
And we save the cat.
Statement in prediction. Statement
cat.
win by 17 points. Statement win by 17 points.
We save the cat, so Christ is on our side.
That's it.
I don't know about Christ, but Puss in Boots is definitely on your side. That was wild. Seeing that cat, he was like hanging from a claw. And then they were like, oh, we saved him with the flag. Listen, you didn't save him. That cat was landing on his feet regardless. He was going to walk away. He hit that flag, fell on the ground, didn't even really save. You just cushioned the blow. And then the guy held him up like Simba, like he was Rafiki.
Probably drunk out of his mind.
Out of his mind. All right.
And where did this cat come from? Like he just was.
He was just up on the he was up on the third deck, and I guess he just kind of fell over. It was like clawing on the banners, and
they don't tell you everything. What did they do with the cat afterwards? Did they give it like? Is there an animal control on site? Like I don't know.
I don't know. Probably choked the shit out of it when he was holding it up, and it was like, oh shit, we killed it.
Probably ate it.
Oh shit! Oh man, that's nasty.
Shit happens in Miami, bro. So I'm actually gonna go MSU on this one. I think Miami does win, but I think it's a one-score game. I don't think they win by 7. I think they can win by 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Miami
they're not in the same conference, so I mean, usually if a team's in the same conference, I think it'll be a little closer game. But
yeah, is there an over/under for that?
No, nothing. No over-unders yet, it says.
Okay, well, yeah. So we'll just look these up later. What's the fourth game?
Fourth one is gonna be. Oh, this is a good game actually. Number 22 Auburn versus number 10 Penn State. Penn State's at home.
Oh, that's gonna be a good game. Is is that a night game?
Night game 7:30 ABC.
Good call. Yeah, it's game of the week.
Penn State is favored by 6. Penn State's been playing some ball too.
Yeah, for sure. So what do you think? What do you think is going to happen?
I think Penn State can. I actually don't know much about Auburn, to tell you the truth. I just know Penn State has like a great overall defense, offense, coaching, everything, and they showed that they can. They already beat a tough team.
They've been on their shit lately for sure.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pick Penn State to cover. I think they're gonna win. I think they're gonna win by 2 touchdowns or around there. I'm gonna say they're gonna win. Or maybe like 11, 34, like 23.
All right. By the way, I'm not writing down your guys' scores. I hope that you're just saying that so it's on record on the show because
it's on record.
It's on record.
It's on record, baby. And I want to be as cool as Clap. So for this pick, I'm taking my shit out of the stand, and I'm holding it. I got Auburn, baby.
Really? Oh, is this you trying to get back at us and try to catch up in the standings?
No, this is a straight up prediction.
Oh,
a straight up prediction. It's a straight up guesstimate on the pick that I was gonna make, but might have switched and then picked Auburn.
Do you think they're going to win or cover?
I think they're going to cover, baby. That's what we're picking. We're picking against the spread, right?
Yeah, but I was hoping you was gonna be extra balls and be like, nah, they gonna win it.
They gonna win it. They gonna cover.
All right. I'm going Penn State. I think Penn State's defense can shut down Auburn, even though Auburn's got some fast people on their team and they do a lot of motions, which I mean, I don't know, Penn State just linebacker they'll probably be able to get people who can cover from sideline to sideline and stop a lot of the misdirection and trickery that Auburn's going to try to play.
Yeah.
All right, what's the
Porsche.
fifth and final game?
It is Alabama at Florida.
Ooh.
Number 1 Alabama versus number 11 UF, the Gators. Chomp chomp, my alma mater.
Touche.
And you're still a Hurricanes fan.
Of course.
Hey, that's because a hurricane will kick the shit out of a gator.
Yeah, I'm sure it lifted up and throw it across like 3 lakes. I don't know.
You can't bite the fuck out of a hurricane.
I'm not gonna try to bite the fuck out of an alligator either.
I mean, I'm sure you could bite. I'm sure you could bite a hurricane, but I mean, it probably ain't.
Have you
end well.
seen my weather updates during hurricanes?
Oh my god, that thing was a tropical depression at best.
Maybe some canes like chicken tenders you could bite the fuck out of.
I could bite the shit out of some hurricane grilled wings.
Or some Raisin Canes. All right,
what's the spread?
Alabama is favored by 15 and a half.
Ooh, I was going to say 20. I think that they'll cover. I got Bama. Or I don't think that the Gators will cover. I got Bama.
Yeah, I don't know too much about the Gators offense. I think I'm probably going to lead Alabama. I think Alabama's just – they're too loaded with talent. Like it's insane in this because they're good for so long, so they get all the good recruits. So they're just going to keep on being good.
Their offense is amazing. Their defense is amazing. Gators, the Gators lost a lot of players to the draft.
Yeah, a lot.
And they can't reload like Alabama does. Their quarterback they have is doing well though, but yeah, I think Alabama's going to blow them out too.
All right, so we're going to go Bama for you. All right. All right, wow. So there's 2 games that we all got the same teams covering the spread or beating the spread or whatever. We'll just have to wait for the over-unders to get the extras. Yeah. All right, time for some NFL action, baby.
Let's do it. This is our pride and joy right here.
This is where your boy shines.
College football, I mean, it's good and all, but it's like the ugly redheaded stepchild. No offense, Austin.
Yeah.
Wow.
Chugs.
Yeah. That's like when you go to your cousin's game because your aunt is like, "Oh, will you show up? It's Timmy's first game." That's how all.
And I mean, we should all like college football a lot more than the NFL because college players. I mean, granted, they had the whole NIL deals and everything like that, but before they were like playing for something, like they're throwing it all out on the line. Like NFL players, they get paid. Sometimes they stop playing. It's a little bit, a little bit mixed up. A little bit different rules. College football is a lot more higher scoring games, but then you also get, I think what turns people off about college football, you can get like a Alabama at Jackson State game, and it's just like,
isn't
why
that Deion Sanders' team that he coaches, Jackson State?
That's why it's the first one that popped up. It's like the first shitty team that popped up.
Jacksonville State just upset FSU last week.
Yeah,
on the 70-yard Hail Mary. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, hold on. Did you see the guy on FSU still proposed to his girlfriend after they lost?
Yeah.
Oh my God. That guy is like top 3 for pile pick of
the entire season. What are you talking about, bro?
A typical semen hole.
Great call. I agree.
All right, let's get into it. What's the games? Come on.
All right. So, we're gonna do every single Thursday night game this upcoming season, just because we're probably all gonna watch it. First game is gonna be Giants at Washington football team -4. I don't like the fact that there wasn't a. All right, so we're gonna go 3.5, not 4. I'm changing it.
You could change it. I mean, it doesn't. It makes a difference, but it doesn't really make a difference. Like once to me, like once something's over 3 and it's like under 7, like it's like, you know.
All right, so yeah, we're going. All right, so it's Giants at football team -3.5. Over under is 41.5.
I got the under on. I'll take the under, and then I think Washington wins by exactly a field goal. So
So you're gonna pick the Giants.
I'm gonna take the Giants. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Giants.
All right. I mean, I don't know. I think Daniel Jones looked awful last week, bro. This is his last year. There's no way he stays. Oh my god.
This was a make or break year.
For sure.
For sure.
I mean, I don't want to overreact, but that's what we're here for. We're here to overreact. His first game did not look great. I think I don't know. They're two really good defenses. I'm going to say good. I don't know about really good, but they're two good defenses. I'm going to go under as well, but I think football team is going to squeak it out. I think Taylor Heineke is going to slang it and sling it left and right. I'm a big fan of Taylor Heineke. I want to see what he can do in Washington. I'm going to pick them to win by 4.
All right.
What do you think, Chugs?
I'm going to go with the under as well, and I think the Redskins are going to win by more
excuse
than 4.
We don't say that. We don't say that
shit,
here.
my bad.
All right. It's not politically correct.
Sean Taylor played for the Redskins, so always be the Redskins to me.
All right. Well, fuck it not being politically correct. That's not their team name. They're called the Washington Football Team.
That's not even a
Get
team
it right.
name.
It is the team name.
It's not a team name.
They should be the
Washington.
They should be the Washington Sentinels. Damn it!
Did you see their all the options they had for like their team
They
names?
were awful. That's where I got the name from. Someone commented, and I'm like, oh my god, the Washington Sentinels, the freaking replacements. Like that's what they are now.
2 of them weren't bad.
So I'm going with the Washington Foreskins.
There you go.
That's a great name. That should be up there.
And they're going to cover because I think their defense is good. And I don't think the Giants are good at all.
Wait, but they're not covering. What are they covering?
I think the Giants' defense is pretty underrated for their talent level. Like people think just because like they stink that their defense is bad, but it's because their offense couldn't put up points last year.
I don't know. I think the Redskins just have more overall talent on offense and
football
defense.
Team.
Foreskins.
It is the Washington Football Team.
I don't know. Is he allowed to say Redskins because he's got that ginger beard?
Yeah, Redskins. And his cheeks are kind of red.
And every time he goes out in the sun, his skin gets red.
They're rosy, baby.
All right. Next game is going to be Buffalo Bills at Miami Dolphins +3.5. Who do you think, Chugs?
Buffalo Bills.
Oh,
I think they're gonna come off the losing week like pretty hype. I think they're gonna hopefully wash the Dolphins because I don't like the Dolphins.
Ooh, there you go. Over under is 48.5 as well. I forgot to mention that.
I think they're both good defenses. I think it's gonna be a lower scoring game.
So you're going under?
Under.
Makes sense. They are two pretty good defenses.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fun game to go to.
Wait, what were the Bills favored by?
3.5.
Yeah, okay. I think they can win by like 4 or something. Yeah, I'll go Bills and then under.
All right. What do you think, Jay?
I'm gonna take the same. I do think the Bills are gonna win that game pretty steadily. And I mean the Dolphins, they don't look bad, but to me they lack the firepower and Buffalo doesn't. So I think that Buffalo is gonna win. They're gonna be able to cover that, and then I'm gonna take the under as well. Those scoring games.
Okay, so here's my thing. I don't think that the Dolphins are lacking firepower. I think their receivers balled out. Their receivers made Tua look as good as he did, and he didn't even look that great. I think Buffalo clearly outmuscles the Dolphins, but it's a division game. Like, you don't know what's going on. I am going to go with the over and I think it's going to come down. I think Buffalo wins, but I think it's going to come down to a field goal. So I'm going to take Miami in the over.
Okay.
Yeah, like even though their defenses are both really good, I think I don't know. Miami has a new offense. Like it's completely different than what they've had in the past few years. And it didn't look bad last week. They didn't score a whole ton of points. I think they only scored 17, but
Yeah. I like Miami's coach too.
Brian Flores.
Brian Flores is a great coach.
He's one of my favorite coaches in the NFL for sure. All right, game number 3. New Orleans Saints at Carolina Panthers. So the spread is at +3. Let's go 2.5 because it's a division game. So Saints at Panthers +2.5.
What's
Go
the
ahead,
over
JB.
under?
Ooh.
Oh yeah, good call. I forgot. 46.5.
All right, so I got the Saints. I'm going to take the over on this one. I mean, the Saints defense good. They obviously held Aaron Rodgers to 3 points, which is unheard of.
3 points.
3 points. And I just I don't know what it is. Like I just have a feeling Sam Darnold's going to be able to exploit that defense a bit. So I'm going to take the over. I'm going to take the Saints.
All right, division game 2. I mean, Sam Darnold really doesn't play the Saints that much, but the coach has already played him twice.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Chugs?
I'm gonna pick the same as JB. I think it'll be over. I think it's gonna be a shootout. I don't know about a shootout, but I think Carolina will score because they got enough offensive power.
Yeah,
But I think Saints show that they can put up points and that their defense can also hold their own. So
for sure.
I think they could. I think it's gonna be well over 46 points. Cause I think the Saints can put up 40 by themselves.
Good call. Yeah, this is kind of boring, but I agree with you guys. I think the Saints are going to win by more than 3, and I think it's going to be like a 31-28 kind of game, 31-25 or whatever.
Yeah, I was about to say they're going to win over 3, and then
I know
3-point prediction.
After I said that, I was like, all right, come on, Pyle.
As long as famous eats some crab legs, he'll put up another 5 tutties.
Oh, and Jameis Winston's only played in that division.
Yeah.
He knows it.
For sure. All right, next game is going to be Tennessee Titans at Seattle Seahawks -5.5.
Seattle's favored?
Yeah, by 5.5. What do you think, Chugs?
What's the over-under?
I am so sorry. I am awful at this. 53.5.
53?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know. Those are 2 good offense, so I think there could be 53 points in that game. So I'm going to say over.
I'm thinking the same thing.
I'm going to say that game might be a shootout, actually.
Yeah, for sure.
I think can Seattle win? I think Seattle can win by a touchdown. I think they can win like the last minute touchdown maybe because Russell Wilson knows how to run that 2-minute offense. So I'm gonna pick them to cover.
All right, what do you think, Jay?
I'm gonna take the Seahawks. I'm gonna take the under.
Any reason why you think it's going to be the under, or just because you got a feeling?
Just a gut feeling, Cotton. Sometimes you just get those feelings. I feel like a lot of people are betting the over, so usually I like to bet against what the people are betting. Like I feel like a lot of people are going to choose the over for the exact reason that they feel like these are 2 great offenses, but sometimes the defense flex their muscle a little bit.
Hey, one of these two great offenses looked like butt yesterday. Julio Jones did nothing for me.
He's not going to do it. He's a terrible fantasy.
What are you talking about? He got a 10-yard penalty that cost him the game.
Yeah, I saw Vrabel was chewing him out.
15-yard.
So I think it's going to be the over as well.
Pile pick.
Yeah, for sure. And And I think I'm gonna go Titans on this one. I think the Seahawks win, but I think the Titans cover. I think they come back from last week after getting embarrassed like that by Chandler Jones and Kyler Murray. Yeah, even though it's in Seattle, I think the Titans kind of get their shit together a little bit.
Let's hope.
Let's hope. All right, final game. It's going to be the Dallas Cowboys.
Go, baby!
At Los Angeles Chargers, -2.5. Point total is set at 52.5. You go ahead, Chugs.
Well, the Cowboys are favored to win or Chargers?
Chargers are favored to win by 2.5.
Ooh, well,
it's a home game, Chargers are home, so them being -2.5 means they're pretty much even. They're just giving the Chargers the favorite because they're the home team.
Okay, so Chargers I think they have a pretty good team, like decent team.
Yeah, like overall, I think they have a better team than the Cowboys. I believe, like overall.
Yeah. But not being biased, the Cowboys look good versus the number one team technically in the NFL.
Fucking good.
I think as long as our defense does well enough, I think our offense will produce the points.
Mm-hmm.
So what was the over 53.5?
52.5.
52. I can see them both, putting up around the 30s. So I'm gonna take the over, and then I think the Cowboys squeak a good. I think this is gonna be a good win for us, like a first game win for the Cowboys over the Chargers. So I'm gonna pick the Cowboys to win and pick the over.
Hold on. Before you go, Jay, who do you think has a bigger game for Dallas? Chugs, CeeDee Lamb or Ezekiel Elliott?
Ooh, I mean, it's really hard because I don't know if they're gonna pass the ball because Zeke only had 10 carries last game, and they did well though when they threw the ball. So I think they're gonna keep passing it.
Yeah, but if the Buccaneers, 2 of their 4 starting
that's true
defensive backs go out, like you're gonna exploit that.
Yeah.
And just pick on them. So
plus, are they getting Zach Martin back?
Yeah. Zach Martin just got off the COVID list today, but Randy Gregory just went on it.
I think they're gonna. I don't know. I'll say Zeke's gonna have a better game because I think they're gonna use him more this week. And he didn't even get any catches and either. So if he gets catches and everything, I think he'll do fine. Yeah. So I'll say Zeke will have a better game than CeeDee this week.
I don't know, man. I think CeeDee's just too tight. I think Dak loves him. Dak's just going to keep feeding him. I think CeeDee will have a better game, but I think Zeke will have a better game than last week.
Oh, I guess Gallup is out too. Fuck.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Good call.
Yeah. But that means they might be pressuring CeeDee more now.
Yeah, but Cedric Wilson will be good enough to get a couple catches. And we have those 2 tight ends and fucking Pollard.
Yeah.
All right. Fuck it. You already know what I'm going. I was going to wait, but I'm going the over because I think our defense is butt. We're going to give up 30 points. Offense can score 30-something points. So I'm going with the over, and then I think Dallas is going to be able to squeak out this win.
No bias, though.
No bias.
Not from me. From you two in your college football fucking picks. What do you think, Jay? What do you think? Did you hear
I'm gonna take the same picks. I'm gonna take the Cowboys, and I got the over too. For those same, no bias, because I don't know what I'm saying. Here we go. So yeah, no bias, and the exact reason that you chose them. I just think that the Dallas defense is just booty hole. Like they had 4 turnovers. I believe, right? 4 turnovers.
Yeah.
They got 4 turnovers. So. And they still let up over 30 points. I'm like, and they didn't have any problem getting opponents to turn over the ball last year too, but they just had a historically bad defense. I mean, they got better, but they didn't get much better. So,
well, I think
Micah Parsons got it.
I'm sorry. I think with the defense, I think it's going to take a couple weeks to kind of get in groove and like see what Dan Quinn's trying to see, and especially like now he's up in the press box or he's up top seeing everything from down. So I think once he sees like how the players like what plays work and what's going on, I think it'll take a couple weeks, but I think the defense will eventually get better. Turnovers are still going to be the strong suit though for the rest of the year. we're still going to give up big plays and have wide open players, and they're just going to keep on
Yeah.
taking on Anthony Brown.
Trayvon Diggs didn't look bad at all.
Nah, he was solid. He's definitely going to be our number one corner. Anthony Brown got picked on though, and then Jordan Lewis gave up a couple plays. But I mean, I think Jordan Lewis is a solid slot, but like at slot, like it's the hardest position in football besides quarterback. Slot corner is so fucking tough, so you're gonna give up some plays.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, those are my picks, and I think Justin Herbert could sling the ball around. I just like what I like the grit that I saw from Dallas last week, and I think that it's going to be a shootout, but I think Dallas ultimately ends up covering that.
Probably. All right, you guys are gonna have to tune in next week to hear all of our reactions from these games and hear us bag on each other for Jordan going, I don't know, probably 4-20 next week with all his picks.
Maybe on my college football picks, but my NFL picks are spot on. I might be 10 for 10.
We'll see. We're going into the final 2 minutes of the show. You guys have anything you want to talk about?
Oh, final 2 minutes. So, let's see. So the Steelers, we got the Raiders coming up, and they notoriously play down to their competition. I don't think the Raiders have a very good team at all. I think that John Gruden is better in the press boxes. He's so a 2000 and late coach, like early 2000 coach that just can't keep up with today's game, and it shows. And whatever they're doing there, Mike Mayock isn't working. I think that they're going to do a whole reboot, in Oakland here soon. They might even get rid of Derek Carr. I don't know, but I have the strongest feeling, no matter how good the Steelers do this week, they're going to end up losing that game. Just because the sheer fact that they play down to their competition. And I love my Steelers, but everyone that's a Steelers fan knows that they play down to their competition. I'm still going to be rooting them on. I still hope that they win, but it might be an iffy game, and maybe you guys should bet on the Raiders. Final 2 minutes.
It's my turn.
Oh, yeah, Chugs.
So
get in there, baby.
My final 2 minutes is going to be about Conor McGregor almost fighting MGK.
Hey, tell him about it.
So I think Conor McGregor would wash MGK in a fight. But it was pretty funny. They got a little altercation because MGK said no picks with the Irishman or some shit like that. I don't even actually know the whole story. I just saw it.
That's what they say, and then Conor's agent's like, no, that's not what happened. So who knows what really happened?
I don't even know, to tell you the truth. I wasn't really interested in that story. But otherwise, I don't know. I think you guys should stay tuned in for college football this week. There's some good games. The Hurricanes are obviously going to play Michigan State. Big game for us.
Are you going to try to see if you can go to this game?
Nah, I want to, but probably won't.
Do you remember me FaceTiming you after that game?
Yeah.
Really?
When we were getting Taco Bell. I wasn't that drunk. I was more drunk yesterday.
You looked like your face smacked off the pavement twice.
I was probably sunburned.
You look hammered.
Michigan plays Northern Illinois. That should be a great game because Michigan's notorious for losing to other schools that aren't that great.
Will you grow up?
Alabama, Florida will be a good game. Oh, I don't know, it'll be a good game, but you should watch the game just in case Florida somehow beats Alabama. But stay tuned in for some more great quarterbacks. The rookies, I think, did pretty well their first week for the NFL. So I think we
didn't even talk about the rookies.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Maybe we'll have to talk about them next week.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think overall, they all did great, but Trevor Lawrence had 3 interceptions.
Clap. You projected, and I kind of made you change your projections that Trevor Lawrence would have the most interceptions out of any rookie quarterback ever and break Peyton Manning's record of 28.
I said that?
You did say that.
You said it.
Well, obviously that's why he threw 3 interceptions because Clap's never wrong.
that's all I got for the
I
final
could
2
pull
minutes
up
this
some
week.
clips and some notes, and you're very wrong, sir.
We'll see. You know what I'm not wrong in is my picks. Yeah, you guys have a great week. We'll see y'all next week. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Final 2 Minutes, on Instagram at The Final 2 Minutes. What's our TikTok?
The Final 2 Minutes podcast.
Hey, it's pretty basic, right? You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Grant Clapp. What's your guys' social?
Psh, I ain't got no soch.
You can follow me on Twitter at Austin_McMullen. My Instagram is Swayman_24. And that's basically it.
Yep. All right. Well, you guys have a great week. And don't forget to call your grandma and tell her you love her. Peace.
Late.
All right. You can unrecord. Hey, that was pretty solid, guys.
Stop recording, right?
Yeah.